Hello everyone, this is Bobby Warren with PlayingWithPizza.com. Today we're making New Haven Apizza. For those of you who've been watching my Pursuing Pepe series, my wife Wendy and I had a tour of Frank Pepe's New Haven, arranged by Victoria O'Hagee. I hope I'm saying that right, Victoria, the director of marketing there, and General Manager Paul Hahn and Manager Dan Perillo. They rolled out the red carpet for us. They gave us a tour. We got to see how everything was made except for the dough. The dough was already done. So now you've seen the series, my review, and now I'm trying to make it at home. So this dough we made yesterday. We're following Vito Jacopelli's recipe. Yeah, say that 10 times fast. And I thought it had too much yeast, and we're going to see what's happening here. Try to dislodge the dough. So we're going to make two pizzas. Oh, look at that air bubble right there. We're going to make two pizzas. The first is going to be pepperoni bacon. Now, when we were up there in New Haven, we got the Della Carne, which is like a 4-meat pizza, and it had meatballs. It had meatballs, sausage, Italian sausage. What else? Bacon and pepperoni. Now, the toughest part for me to do is to stretch dough. This dough's feeling pretty good. It's not going as far as I would like. Probably going to do a little hand stretching. I don't think they hand stretch. I think they do it all. I think they do it all on the board, and then they finish stretching on the peel, which are like 14 feet long. You know why? Because that's how deep their pizza oven is, 14 feet. We're getting some size here, but you can see this is like real thin out there in the middle. A little concerned about that. So it's not getting as round as I'd like, so you know what? We call this pizza rustica. Alright. Let me get my peel. At Frank Pepe's, I'm not liking the way this thing looks, but oh well. At Frank Pepe's they use wooden peels, and they put farina on. I don't have farina, I just have semolina, so I'm going to put a little on. We'll see how we're doing it. They do fold the dough in half, and then they'll bring it, I like that, and put it down on the peel, and then they'll make sure that it's nice and round. This one is not going to be nice and round. I like that it's sliding on there. So I'm probably going to be able to launch it okay. I'm using ground tomatoes. At Frank Pepe's they start with a whole peeled tomato. I'm not sure if it's San Marzano or not. And they crush it. I think they put salt, oregano, and olive oil in. So I'm just kind of doing this. This is not seasoned yet. I'm just going to put the salt and the oregano on. And I don't have olive oil. So hope Francesco doesn't get mad at me. I'm just hit it with a little salt. And oregano. I like a lot of oregano on my pizzas. At Pepe's they use slices of mozzarella, which is what I do. I just don't like what I get with shredding the cheese, or you never really want to use pre-shredded unless you absolutely have to. Otherwise, just don't do it. It's not worth it. So this is going to be at Pepe's. The person who puts on the sauce, the cheese, and the toppings is called a decorator. I doubt they would allow that to go. It doesn't look good. The decorator, wants to get a nice picture-perfect pie, and then the one who slices it, they're like the last eyes, and so that pie had better look good. So I think I'm just going to eat that. This looks like Pac-Man. I'm going to eat that one too. I want it to look good. Now I usually don't put a lot of pepperoni on because I want to leave some space for the bacon, but so this is more than I would normally put on, but oh well. And I bought some pre-diced and pre-cooked bacon bits. Have some bacon in the fridge. I just didn't feel like cutting it up and cooking it. So alright, that's what the pizza looks like. I'm going to give it one shake, make sure it'll come off. It looks like it will. So follow me to the oven. There we go. So, I was watching Vito Jacopelli's video about how he made New Haven Apizza, and Francesco from Pepe's New Haven was with him. And he said, for a pizza cooking at home, he would cook at 400 or 450. Now, I'm going to make a second pie. It's going to be cheese because that's the gold standard. But if I do have any toppings, my wife and I really enjoy pepperoni bacon. But Francesco said he would cook it at 450 degrees. Normally, I cook at 550. That's as high as my oven will go. So probably midway through this, I'm going to turn it up to 550 so it comes up to temperature for our second one. We'll see you in a few minutes. All right, it's been about 10 minutes. It's been about 10 minutes at 450 degrees, and I did turn it up. And there is our Apizza. Here we go. My first attempt at a New Haven Apizza. And it looks pretty good. Dough I think is a little puffy, but we'll see how it tastes. Let this sit for a second. And I thought the recipe called for a little bit too much yeast. 7 grams of dry yeast, which is about 2 1/4 teaspoons. I knocked it down to 2. Probably should have settled in at 1 1/2. But we'll come back in a few minutes and see how this goes. Alright, so now the taste test. In New Haven, they slice it all funky. I don't care what they say. They don't slice it orderly. But Francesco in his video with Vito said that you have all different kinds of people in a family. So The way they cut it, there's some small slices for the kids, some larger ones for the adults. So I got video of them slicing it, but I don't remember. But they might do something like this. Come here, do a little slice there. They'll kind of do a strip right here. I do a little slice, strip. So these I'm going to do orderly. Just kind of normal. Alright. Trying to think which one should I try. I'm going to try this one right here. It's got a little char on the crust. I like that. So here we go. Now this was cooked at 450, not a lot of char on the bottom. It's a really good pizza. One of the things Dan Perillo said, that what kind of makes Frank Pepe stands out, he said, is the crust. We'll see how my crust is. That is really good. Really good. I don't want to rate my own pizza, but it would be in the 8s. So again, Paul, Dan, Victoria, thank you for your hospitality. Thank you for welcoming me into your family at Frank Pepe's in New Haven. Vito and Francesco, thank you for bringing the New Haven beats to the world. I know that Frank Pepe's did that, but Vito, I appreciate your recipe. I like this. I'll cut down on the yeast next time, but this is really good. Ciao. Oh, like my grandmother Abundandola used to say. Manja, Bobby, manja. Ciao, till next time. All right, the pepperoni and bacon is done. Now we're going to work on the cheese pizza. I'm going to degas this before I take it out. Last one gave me a little bit of a fit. I'm going to put a little more flour on the top. Flour the board. Alright, so this dough has been out probably an hour longer than the first one, and it feels really good. Feels really good. I'm pressing down at an angle, trying not to punch holes right through it. So I'm not good at like that Neapolitan hand stretch. I'm not good at all. I'm going to try to work the edges a little bit. Get my peel with a little semolina like they do at Pepe's. I'm going to fold the dough in half, put it down on the peel. So this is just going to be cheese. I'm gonna go a little bit extra sauce. We'll see how this goes. I like a watery sauce. I don't like a cooked sauce, and so I'm probably gonna put even more on here. Do a little salt. A lot of oregano. And some cheese. I'm gonna give this a little shake. Yep, it's moving around, so that's good for us. Here we go, in the oven. Here we go. Look at that. This was a little over 9 minutes. This is a cheese pizza. Boy, that, oh. Look at that crust right there. Looks good. Alright, I'm not even waiting with this one. We're going to just cut it right away. Maybe just cut a slice off of it. Yeah, I took this out just a little bit early because it was getting brown. Alright, that's what I'm going after right there. Alrighty, this is Frank Pepe style, New Haven style pizza without the coal, but with the timer on the microwave. This is just a light, oh, this crust is light. That is an incredible pizza right there. Using Vito Iacopelli's recipe for, for the dough, I used the microwave timer. That should be the last one. I used ground tomatoes that were a Stanislaw product. They're from California, not Italy, like the whole peel tomatoes Frank Pepe uses. That was good. Let me get to this crust. Just really good. I like this more than the pepperoni bacon. The dough sat on the bench like an hour longer. I think it was easier to handle. It's lighter, it cooked up lighter. This is really good. If I was rating it, this one would be in the 9s. Maybe a couple of notches below, a couple notches below Frank Pepe's, which was really good. That pizza was really good. As my grandma Bondandola used to say, mind you, Bobby, mind you. It's so good.